in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the two things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Here's Morris. Gobert pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's the three. No luck. And the Pistons now going the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Hayward from outside. Cannot hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
And in their two matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hayward out there with Trey Burke. So it's Philadelphia now. Outside Landry. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Okafor. The shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors, and they also knew how to force turnovers, but they have got to improve offensively.
Yeah, you know, Philly would finish right in the middle of the pack in terms of defensive rankings. They knew how to make stops, and they've got some good defenders, too, so not surprised they were fairly solid defensively.
Good on both.
And the big thing that stuck out for me for the Sixers, their turnovers forced. I mean, second in the league in steals per game, fourth in the league in blocks.
Here's Covington. He had 15 points last outing. Now here's Roten, defended by Hayward. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
They get it back. Okafor kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Roten, and the pass to Landry. A second chance effort. The rebound by the Jazz. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Well, it's exactly. I mean, you just can't win if you don't shoot a better percentage than that. It's not going to happen.
And that one's good. Burke.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Roten kicks to Covington. Gobert with the block. And they're running. And stolen by Roten. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major